I'm Rick Lewis with Phenom Hoop Report. We're here at the JMAC Showcase. Today's featured coach is Coach Johnson with Team Charlotte, 16 and under team. Coach Johnson, tell us a little about yourself and about how long you've been with Team Charlotte.
Well, first I'd like to just give a big shout out to Phenom Hoops for just putting on this type of showcase for all the kids around the country. A little bit about myself is this is my 6th year with Team Charlotte, 8th year in CMS, and 4th year with this Team Charlotte 16s, and just decided to just continue to gain scholarships for the kids and watch them continue their success.
So you've been the head coach at Harding University in Charlotte for, you said, 6 years, correct?
No, this is just my first year.
First year at Harding University.
I've been an assistant over at Butler High School.
Okay, at Butler.
Years.
Now, you've been with Team Charlotte for the last 6 years.
Yes.
What's the one thing that you can take away in the last 6 years that you can put into a few sentences about what you've been able to achieve and what experience you've had with Team Charlotte and the brand that y'all have created in Charlotte and also on a national level?
Well, it's just that, being on a national level, every college coach around the country understands that when you get a Team Charlotte kid, you're not going to have to worry about a lack of toughness, a lack of hard work, and a lack of effort.
Right.
You'll have one of the hardest working kids on the team that comes out of this program, and you also understand that they're going to just be coachable.
Right. One thing that I've always learned is about watching Team Charlotte play. No matter what age group they have, they're always going to play hard. They're going to play together, and they're going to play tenacious defense.
Absolutely.
When I look at your score sheet from the 16 and under team, one thing stands out crystal clear. Almost every single game that I've watched you guys play, everybody on the team scores.
Absolutely.
Talk about that as far as the unselfishness that your team has.
Well, that's what makes it very pleasurable to coach the guys that I do have, is that, they can sacrifice themselves and whatever type of ego that they had or whatever responsibilities they had to do at their high schools to come here and, sacrifice a couple points, to share the ball and understand that everybody around them can score just as well as they can. And it just makes them look as well from an assist standpoint, and then watching one of their teammates go and get a highlight themselves. And, I just commend them all for, just being a little bit of, sacrificing along those standpoints. Because everybody can't play here.
Right.
Everybody can't play here. It takes a very humble kid, a very hard-working kid to come and play in these programs. And that's why you see a lot of kids come up out of the woodworks when they get into the program, because nobody's ever heard of them. Then they come here and everybody's sharing the ball and, just making sure everybody gets a name for themselves.
Well, you know what? When you think of Team Charlotte, you think of just the Charlotte area. And the thing that's impressive for a shoe circuit team, most shoe circuit teams have kids from all over.
Right.
You guys, basically, I'm looking at the roster, 90% of your roster comes from the city of Charlotte and the metropolitan area.
Yes, sir.
Talk about that.
Well, it's not your average AAU team. We don't just show up at the gym and just play a motion offense and just throw the ball out there. We actually teach the kids. They're going to learn parts of the game, actually get themselves better at things that they've struggled with that we've kind of noticed throughout their high school seasons before they get to us. And we actually practice. We're going to practice 2 or 3 times throughout the, from Monday to Sunday. And it just takes I want to commend the parents for, allowing those kids to get here. And, that's why we really try to focus on this area, because it is a hotbed. A lot of college coaches come through here, and we want to make sure our kids can get to the practices and, get wherever we need to get them to.
Well, Coach McGinnis has carried the no-name team banner for quite some time.
Absolutely.
But now you guys have established a national brand, and everybody in the country knows about Team Charlotte.
Yes, sir.
Now, all the coaches pretty much on Team Charlotte are pretty passionate, have a lot of intensity on the sideline. You may be the calmest one of all of them, Coach.
Yes, sir. I wear that hat. I think I am the calmest one out of the program. I think I provide a little bit of balance to everybody. I learn a lot from Jeff. I appreciate the tutelage that he come under. I think the kids responded well to that. But I just take some of the back end approach and provide some of the calmness, because sometimes the kids listen to the delivery more than the message. So I take that back to my high school and things like that, and make sure I can have the best of both balances to it.
one thing that I think is important is why y'all are able to be so successful is you guys have a lot of players locally. The most important thing that you guys are able to do, you guys practice what, twice a week?
Yes, it might be even 3 times at the beginning of the summer.
There's a lot of times where a lot of parents and players don't understand. You get better in practice.
Absolutely.
And you guys are practicing 2 times a week, 3 times a week, getting ready for an event.
Yes.
Those guys are getting ready. That's why I think you guys have had so much success, is the ability to stay local, have kids that you can work with on a weekly basis. You have kids that practice together. You can work on their skill development.
Yes.
They also learn how to play as a team. And that's the one thing that I take away. When I watch a team Charlotte, whether it's a 15, 16, or 17, you guys play hard, you play together, and you play as a team. And anytime there's a game, those guys are on the sidelines clapping and cheering, saying defense, defense, defense.
Absolutely.
And the other thing that I take away, when we watch Team Charlotte, if you guys are not playing and there's another Team Charlotte playing, the entire team goes and watch and cheers for the team. I haven't really seen that a lot in my travels this season. So I want to commend you and thank you for everything, Coach, and providing the platform for Phenon, okay?
Yes,
thank
you.